Hey, what's going on, people? We're going to be reacting to Braum, the Heart of the Freljord today. If this is your first time checking out the channel, we're going to be going through Braum's story and biography. We'll look at his cinematics and gameplay abilities afterwards, and then we'll take a look at the skins, Fandom Wiki, and the voice lines at the very end. So to say what I know about Braum, honestly, is I just know he's like a super wholesome dude. Lowy has a crush on him a little bit, I think, and that's it. I mean, obviously he's from the Freljord. He's got a giant shield. I know there's some like important thing about the shield that he uses. Other than that, though, I don't really know like his origin or anything like that. His quote says, "Today we fight as enemies. Tomorrow we may fight as brothers." Okay, so he has like a positive spin on everything. Does he have like some toxic positivity? We'll find out. All right, role as support. I feel like that makes sense just on like the kind of person I know he is. And then region, Freljord, yep. And then, so related champs, we have Ashe and Tryndamere, Lissandra, and Ornn as well at the very bottom. All right, the paragraph says, blessed with massive biceps and an even bigger heart, Braum is a beloved Iceborn hero of the Freljord. Every mead hall north of Frostheld toasts his legendary strength and tells tales of how he felled a forest of oaks in a single night and punched an entire mountain into rubble. With his shield and enchanted vault door forged in ages past, Braum roams the frozen north as a cheerful protector, helping the vulnerable as he works towards his dream of a peaceful Freljord. Okay, so he wants peace in Freljord. Got it. And then there is that mention that I said. I knew there was something about the shield that he's using, but it just says an enchanted vault door forged in ages past. I know it was mentioned in another champion that we reacted to, I think, but yeah, maybe we'll find out more about the shield. Even as a child, Braum was much larger than other Freljordian youngsters, but his mother taught him never to use his size to intimidate or bully. She came from a proud line of herders and believed true courage lay in using one's power not to dominate but to protect those in need. Well, that's a good mom. When Braum was still a boy, ice giants devastated a neighboring tribe. That tribe had long preyed upon the herds of Braum's people, but his mother didn't hesitate to head out across the tundra to help the survivors, bearing furs, foodstuffs, and healing supplies. At first, Braum didn't understand why she would aid their rivals, but after her actions saved many lives, they became lifelong allies. He finally understood what his mother meant when she said all of Freljord's people were a family, and from that day forth, he pledged to bring that family together. All right. All of Braum's origin can basically come from his mom. As Braum grew, it was clear he was one of the revered Iceborn, though even among their number, his strength and ability to endure elements were legendary. He became a local hero, rescuing children who had slipped into icy ravines, saving travelers stranded in blizzards, and protecting families from ravaging wildclaws. Whenever he appeared, people knew help had arrived. He was a figure of hope, known for his liveliness and laughter and the easy way he made friends. Eventually, Braum realized he was needed beyond the valleys and tundra where he'd been raised. Bidding his mother a tearful farewell, he set out to travel to Freljord. Over the years, countless stories spread of Braum's mighty feats and good deeds. While most had at least a kernel of truth, they grew increasingly far-fetched and mythic, such as the legend of how he chopped down an entire forest in a single night using only his bare hands, or how during a volcanic eruption, he saved an isolated farmstead by picking it up and carrying it to higher ground. Like, is this actually true, or are these just like tales and myths, I wonder? A more recent tale spoke of how Braum found his immense ram-headed shield. As the story went, it was an enchanted vault door forged in ancient times and set into a mountain. Braum heard cries from within, but he couldn't break the door down. Undeterred, he punched his way through the mountain's bare rock, rescuing a troll boy who was trapped inside. He ripped the unbreakable door off its hinges and has borne it ever since. Okay. I feel like, is this vault door maybe something that like Ornn made? I saw that he was related to Braum in some way. As with many legends about him, Braum laughed uproariously when he first heard this particular tale, but far from refuting such stories, he embraces them. Why let the truth get in the way of inspiring others to acts of generosity and kindness? Okay, so that goes to my questioning of like, are these tales actually true or not? And he's basically not refuting them, but he's like, the stories, even though they may not be truthful 100%, what they're doing to others and inspiring others, I'm just going to let them be, right? No matter how he actually found his shield, soon afterward, Braum made his way to the sacred site of Racklestake, where many tribes had gathered to hear the words of the Avarosan warmother Ashe, said to be the reincarnation of Avarosa herself. There he witnessed the barbarian Tryndamere, desperate to prove his worth, savagely beating any who would face him. As Braum watched, he saw that Tryndamere was growing increasingly unhinged. During one duel, he was so lost in his fury that it seemed certain he would kill his opponent, despite having already prevailed. Deciding things had gone far enough, Braum planted himself in front of the downed fighter, shield raised, and Tryndamere hacked and smashed against the impenetrable bulwark. Wow, that's crazy. When the barbarian's rage was finally subsided, Braum's good humor won him over, and before long the pair were laughing and drinking to each other's health. He's just like laughing with a person that basically was essentially trying to kill him. Some even say that it was Braum who first introduced Tryndamere to Ashe. Ooh. The barbarian would later marry her, becoming her only bloodsworn. Braum doesn't hold any particular tribal allegiance, for he views all within the Freljord as brothers and sisters. Even so, he sees in Ashe someone who can end the centuries-old feuding among the Freljord tribes, and the Avarosans have informally adopted him into their number. Okay, so in terms of like the whole Ashe Sejuani thing, he's definitely like aligned a little bit more with Ashe's side, because Ashe does want peace, right? Braum's dream, as he often tells adoring children, is that someday the Freljord will be united in one big family, and then he can retire to become a humble Poro herder. Poro, I forgot there's something related to Braum and Poros. All the Poros love him or something. Though Braum counts no one as his enemy, he has had a few run-ins with the Frostguard since he started carrying his shield. He doesn't understand why they have a grudge against him, nor why they seem so interested in what he now bears. Oh, okay. So maybe it was Lyssandra's reaction that we heard or read something about Braum's shield. That would probably be the case since the Frostguard seemed interested in his shield. All right, I thought this was just a nice, good origin story. He's obviously a super humble guy. He just wants to help other people in his, in Freljord, and he just wants peace and happiness. I mean, who doesn't? Sounds good to me. Okay, we're gonna read Tomb of the Troll Boy. Would you like to hear a bedtime story? Grandma, I'm too old for that. You're never too old to enjoy a good story. The girl reluctantly crawled into bed and waited, knowing she wouldn't win this battle. A bitter wind howled outside, whipping the falling snow into devil whirls. What kind, though? A tale of the Ice Witch, perhaps? Asked her grandmother. No, not her. What about a story of Braum? The girl nodded, and the old woman smiled. Ah, there are so many. Which to choose? My grandmother used to tell me of the time Braum protected our village from a great dragon. Or once, this was long ago, mind, he raced down a river of lava. Or, she paused and shook her head, no, none of them. Wait, have I ever told you how Braum got his shield? Ooh, here we go. The girl shook her head. The hearth fire snapped, its warmth holding off the night's chill. Well, in the mountains above our village lived a man named Braum. He mostly kept to his farm tending his sheep and goats, but he was the kindest man anyone had ever met, and he always had a smile on his face and a laugh on his lips. Now one day, something terrible happened. A young troll boy around your age was climbing the mountain and happened upon a massive stone door with a shard of true ice at its center. When he opened the door, he couldn't believe his eyes. Beyond was a vault filled with gold and jewels, every kind of treasure you could imagine. What he didn't know was that a vault was a trap. The Ice Witch had cursed it, and as the troll boy entered, the magical door clanged shut behind him. It locked him inside. Try as he might, he couldn't escape. A passing shepherd heard the boy's cries. The entire village rushed to help, but even the strongest warriors couldn't open the door. The boy's parents were beside themselves. His mother's wails of grief echoed around the mountain. It seemed hopeless, and then they heard a distant laugh. It was Braum, wasn't it? Asked the girl. Aren't you clever? Braum had heard their cries and came striding down the mountain. The villagers told him of the troll boy and the curse. Braum smiled and nodded. He turned to the vault and faced the door. He pushed it, pulled it, punched it, kicked it, even tried to rip it from its hinges, but the door wasn't for budging. I was going to say, how easy actually was it for Braum? But it doesn't look like it was. But he's the strongest man ever, cried the girl. It was perplexing, agreed her grandmother. For many days and nights, Braum sat on a boulder trying to think of a solution. After all, a child's life was at stake. Then as the sun rose on the 5th day, his eyes widened and a broad grin lit up his face. If I can't go through the door, he said, then I'll just have to go through... The girl thought for a moment. Her eyes went wide as she exclaimed, the mountain. Okay, so Braum couldn't go through the door, but he could go through the mountain. Got it. The mountain, indeed. Braum headed to the summit and began punching his way straight down, pummeling his way through the stone, fist after fist. Rocks flew in his wake until he had vanished deep into the mountain. As the villagers held their breath, the rock around the door crumbled, and when the dust cleared, they saw Braum standing amidst the treasure, the weak but happy troll boy cradled in his arms. I knew he could do it, but before they could celebrate, everything began to rumble and shake. Braum's tunnel had weakened the mountain, and now it was caving in. Thinking quickly, Braum grabbed the enchanted door and held it above him like a shield, protecting the villagers as the mountain collapsed around them. When it was over, Braum was amazed. There wasn't a single scratch on the door. Braum knew it was something very special, and from that moment on, the magical shield never left Braum's side. The girl sat upright, struggling to conceal her excitement. Grandma, she said, can you tell me another story? The girl's grandmother smiled, kissed her forehead, and blew out the candle. Tomorrow, she said. You need to sleep, and there are many more stories to tell. Okay, so this is cool because I didn't realize that Braum was like in bedtime stories. Like that's how like legendary Braum really is in Freljord. I assume this grandma and the granddaughter are in Freljord and telling of the story. So it's very cool that he's like that legendary. I didn't realize Braum was that big of a deal. So very cool. All right, so the gameplay spotlight for Braum, of course, is a little old. So we're just gonna check out the gameplay abilities page. Looks like role is support tank, difficulty is low. And let's go ahead and take a look at the abilities. So we have the passive, which is called concussive blows. Braum's basic attacks apply concussive blows. Once the first stack is applied, ally basic attacks also stack concussive blows. Upon reaching 4 stacks, the target is stunned and takes magic damage. For the next few seconds, they cannot receive new stacks, but take bonus magic damage from Braum's attacks. Okay, so basic attacks, add little stacks, and then, you know, basically Braum's passive works with other teammates, and you definitely want to have other teammates around with him. Very cool. Now we have Q, which is Winter's Bite. Braum propels freezing ice from his shield, slowing and dealing magic damage. Applies a stack of concussive blows. Okay, so it applies a stack, which is good, and also slows. That's a pretty good Q. And it comes straight from the shield. That looks really good. All right, the W is Stand Behind Me. Braum leaps to a target allied champion or minion. On arrival, Braum and the ally gain armor and magic resist for a few seconds. Cool. I wonder what the range is like. It looks like it's like not too long. I assume they would have went further back, but that's still like a quick, like, oh shit kind of ability. That's very good. And then we have Unbreakable, which is the E. Braum raises his shield. Whoa. This Misfortune ultimate going into that is nuts. Braum raises his shield in a direction for several seconds, intercepting all projectiles, causing them to hit him and be destroyed. He negates the damage of the first attack completely and reduces the damage of all subsequent attacks from this direction. That's crazy. That shield gets giant. Putting Misfortune for this little ability combo looks awesome. All right, and then the final is Glacial Fissure. Ooh, that looks really cool, like actually in the ground on the map and everything. So Braum slams the ground, knocking up enemies nearby, and in a line in front of him, a fissure is left along the line that slows enemies. Right, okay, so you'll want to like walk out of the fissure afterwards if you get hit by it, but it looks like the knock-up is pretty good. That looks really awesome. Like, that looks like a freaking sweet ultimate. Okay, I can see why he's low difficulty. He doesn't seem like too crazy to use or anything like that. Of course, like the Stand Behind Me is like a very valuable ability that I think you'll want to use as much as possible. Unbreakable, using this in the right moments as well is pretty good. But then, you know, your Winter's Bite is kind of like his aggressive tactic, but other than that, yeah, he seems pretty cool. All right, to get going on our cinematics for Braum, we're starting off with Trials of the Poro New Champion teaser. It's only a minute and a half. Let's check it out. I want to know the whole deal with the Poros and Braum. I mean, I guess he's just like super friendly, so he befriended all the Poros probably. This is a little bit of an older trailer as well. I think it's like 9 years. So the animation style might be a little different. Now, is this the first introduction of Poros as well? I know Poros, I think, seem to be a fan favorite since there's a lot of Poros. Is that a cinnamon roll? Is that Braum taking out all these soldiers? I feel like it is. He just wants the cinnamon roll. Oh. Braum, you have to shield him. There it is. Love it. Great use of the shield. There's the laugh.
Next time you get my back. Huh?
I recognize the voice actor for him. Is that the same voice actor as Reinhardt in Overwatch? I wonder. I guess we'll find out later. Okay, cool. Next up, we have an interactive trailer. This isn't uploaded specifically by League of Legends, but I saw other people have watched it, so I figured we'd give it a watch as well. It's uploaded by a secondary channel, but it is, yeah, it's an interactive trailer.
Tales about Braum, the heart of the Freljord.
The frames are a little weird, but 720 as well.
They say he could chop down trees with his bare hands.
Whoa. Those biceps, though, man. But if you could chop down trees with your bare hands, well, you might as well still use a weapon or like an axe, though.
Anyone needed help, he would be there in an instant.
Oh, look at that. Saving the animals.
He was just a man, yet to
Oh.
our village, he was a hero.
Even then, he was using like a shield before he got the vault door. It's like his style to shield people. Oh, there's the troll boy in the, okay, in the mountain behind the vault door. Oh, yep, and he stays for 5 days, was it?
When a troll boy was trapped,
Aha.
not even the mountain could stand in his way.
That's crazy. And he helps trolls as well. Like, let's not glaze over that. He's not just helping only humans. He'll help anybody. What the heck is that thing? It doesn't look like a dragon,
shield,
but kind of.
Brave any threat.
I wonder if the Freljord does have dragons. It would make sense that it would. Kind of like Skyrim.
The smallest of lives were saved.
Even the smallest of lives. Oh, even the eggs? Wow. Sliding down on the shield as well? That makes sense.
But the world is a big place, and Braum knew this too. So he set off, knowing his tales were not through.
Okay. Okay, I guess that was the very end of it. I don't know if there's more. It seems like it wasn't over, but yeah, there we go. That's it. It was just a little interactive trailer. I liked it. Next up is a Tales of Runeterra trailer that I believe we watched when we went through all the cinematics. It's called The Raid. It's Tales of Runeterra for the Freljord specifically. So it's not going to be focused on Braum, but he should be in this.
In the Freljord,
or maybe it
we
is
all
focused on
come
him.
From the same family. And like all families,
Okay.
we fight.
There we go.
Keep moving! Catch up to the others. We'll hold them off.
Oh, who is that? Who's that supposed to be? Okay, this is cool. Oh no! Not with the baby. Oh, there's Lyssandra's soldiers or whatever. I forget what they're called right now. I know because of the helmet, obviously. Braum, help her out too.
We must leave.
He said cousin?
Can't move. Stop!
You're too heavy, Braum. Oh no. No, Braum, you gotta use your Q ability, man. Dude, they're so cool looking. Like, those helmets are awesome. It's a cool design. Okay, she's gonna go out in a blaze of glory. Raise him well.
Come, little one.
Ah, yes. I almost want him to have like that kind of ability in the game with the sliding on the shield. That'd be cool. That'd be like a cool movement ability for him or something. Oh, he does save her. Oh, there's the shield ability. Cool. Oh. Yeah, I mean, Braum's a badass. He's a protector.
In the Freljord, the fighting tears us apart.
And he wants it to stop.
We only survive together as a family.
Nice. Very wholesome, Braum. Cool. That was a nice, just like, I mean, that trailer really didn't need to be made, but I feel like it just added to Braum's like wholesomeness. All right, let's keep it going. All right, next up we have the login screen or champion theme for Braum. It's called nothing. It's called the login screen. All right, here we go. 3.5 minutes. It's kind of long. Ooh. This is 9 years old, so it came out when he did. I know they've changed their style a bit. I feel like there's some like good tavern music. This is like if somebody were telling the tale of Braum, right, in a tavern. Ooh. I like the do 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 do. It's kind of like fun music, to be honest. Ooh, just changing it up. Okay, we're getting a flute. Taking a solo here, kind of. Overall, it is happy music, though, for sure. It's like what would get people dancing in a tavern, like I said. I just noticed, like, the giant belt, I guess, that he wears. I don't even know if you call that a belt. Because the middle is so big. It's almost like an armor piece. Ooh, and now I'm thinking about what other kind of, like, shields we're going to get when we get to the skins. I'm sure they're going to do some creative stuff. The drums went away for a minute. Ooh. Coming back in again. Oh, we're getting some, like... It feels very Skyrim, doesn't it? Like that kind of stuff. Like Viking almost, I guess. I don't want to say Viking, but... All right, and then we gotta fully come all in again at the very end here. It's a very easy song to like hum to as well. That was awesome. That, like, I don't know. I feel like his theme kind of puts you in a good mood, to be honest. That was great. I loved it. It was very happy and uplifting, kind of like tavern dance music. I don't know. It was very good. I don't know. I have no notes, no complaints, nothing. I thought it was great. I think it's pretty fitting for him just because of like the happy uplifting part of the song. I don't know if it necessarily goes with Freljord or if it necessarily goes with like him specifically, but I think the overall idea of like happy and just uplifting kind of music works for him. So I liked it a lot. All right, guys, let's take a look at the skins for Braum. It doesn't look like he has too many, actually. He has about 8 skins, at least according to the fandom. Let's view the original in 3D. All right, there's the giant shield literally taking over the entirety of Braum, and it has him hiding behind it. Very cool. He's a pretty tall guy, too, because he's clearly crouching here as well. Dude, the biceps are an insane part of Braum. They're so massive. They're like almost cartoonishly massive. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the other skins. I want to see what they do to the shield and some of the other ones. All right, first up is Dragon Slayer Braum. Let's look at this. I see there's different chromas already for this, which is cool. There we go. See, that's exactly what I wanted to see. We made this into a giant dragon head on the front, and then he's wearing some like dragon scale type armor. Very cool. I like that. Let's see if there's any other cool colors. We got like a black. Oh, yeah, the black and red. That makes it very like scary. Oh, we're even going with like half on one side, half on the other. That's actually really cool. They went really creative already with the very first skin, I feel like. Like I said, I was going to be very interested in seeing what they do to the shield for Braum. I think this is a great skin. I don't think it's bad at all. Let's see what else we got going up. Okay, now we have El Tigre. Oh, it's a wrestling one. I mean, with his freaking physical build, it makes sense. What is... Oh, that's a Poro with the freaking luchador mask as well. Let's see what the shield looks like. That's not what I expected. But yeah, the folding chair. Okay. You know, this is a very funny skin, I feel like. He looks so weird here with the mask, I'll be honest. His legs look skinnier here as well. I don't know if that's intentional or if he just skips leg day. Maybe he just skips leg day here. Anyhow, I think it's very creative, like I said. I think it's funny. Is it my favorite skin? Absolutely not, but I think it's a funny skin regardless. And now we have Braum Lionheart. Okay, so this is like the D&D kind of class. Okay, so let's see what we have here for the skin. He's probably, oh, okay. I guess would he just be like the tank or like the paladin kind of thing with the D&D style? I don't know exactly what he'd be. Okay, so he's like in full heavy armor here, which makes sense for that kind of class that he would be. And then the shield is very bulky as well, and it's got a lion's head, I want to say, on the front with the blue gem that's still there as well. That's the whole overall theme of the vault door. Very cool, very cool. I mean, yeah, it's a good skin. I think Dragon Slayer is a little more, a little bit cooler just because of, I think, the dragon head on the shield as well. But if you're into this kind of style, I think it's a very good skin regardless. And we have Santa. That's awesome, actually. Okay, this could be a favorite of mine. We'll find out. I'm going to try to choose which one is my favorite. All right, Santa right now is a clear winner. The shield being a chimney or a fireplace, I did not think about that. That's actually really creative, really fun. I love that they're still showing the chest here for him. And then he's got a freaking, he's got like a little ornament hanging around his neck of a Christmas tree. That's actually awesome as well. This is a fun skin. I think this is so creative and fun. I love it, actually. Favorite skin so far right now, but we still have a few more to go. Next up is Crime City. Okay, so we're going with like a, I want to say like a Piltover mobster kind of thing. I know it says Crime City, but it gives off like, well, not Demacia, it gives off Piltover for sure. Okay, so he's like a crime boss, like a mob boss kind of deal. And dude, the shields, they're doing such a good job with the creativeness of the shields. I was like, okay, the biggest thing they have to do is be super creative with the shields, and they're definitely doing that. So it being a vault bank door kind of deal and him hiding behind it, and then him having the bruiser knuckles as well. That's awesome. And then the outfit is perfect as well. This is really fun. I think this is a really fun skin. I think this might be second, even behind or in front of Dragon Slayer. I think Dragon Slayer is really good, but I'm really liking these like fun themes. So like the Santa one and this one, they're really fun themes. So I like this as well. Let's put that at second. All right, we got two more. We have Sugar Rush. Ooh, okay, this could be fun. This one has some different chromas with it as well. Oh my God, is that supposed to be like a waffle or what is it supposed to be? I don't even, just like a pastry, a Pop-Tart, or some sort of pastry cookie thingy. That's fun. See, this is fun as well. Let me see the different chromas. Yeah, because if I didn't... Oh, and it changes the shield to be a different shield. Oh, my God. Oh, come... Hold on. Wait. Why is this actually so good? Okay, I was going to complain that Braum doesn't have too many skins, but these skins are kind of fire. These skins are actually so good. Look at that. The fact that it changes whatever type of cookie or whatever you want to call this is, I think this is so good. Oh, I don't know which one is my favorite. Maybe this one, because I like that it's like red and brown kind of. The yellow's a little too bright. Maybe I go off of like which one looks the tastiest. Actually, I mean, they all look really good, to be honest with you, but maybe not that one. Not that one. I don't know. They all look really good. You guys let me know if you have a favorite for one of these skins. I think this one is probably my favorite for the Sugar Rush Braum. I still really like the Santa skin, but let's see what that last one is. Oh, and last but not least is Pool Party. Okay, hold on. What's the shield gonna be? Not an umbrella. Is it gonna be the chair? What could a sandcastle? A sandcastle. Let's see what it is. Oh, like a tiki bar. Okay, that's fun. I love it. Yeah, this is so good as well. What's on the front? It's like a neon sign, and it's got like a poro and the ocean or waves, and then like a palm tree, I want to say. Dude, Braum's, okay, he doesn't have too many skins, but they're all really fun. Like they kind of go out with the skins on it. Oh, and then it just changes the different colors as well. Not really a big change. Well, you know, actually it is changing his outfit a little bit. It's changing like what swimsuit he's wearing. Oh, there's a watermelon themed one. These are so fun. Oh man, I really wish... All right, so I'm not saying Santa's my favorite anymore, although it is super, super good. I actually think I'm going to change Braum's favorite. My favorite skin for Braum is actually going to be the Sugar Rush skin. It might be because I'm literally hungry and I kind of like all that stuff looks really delicious and tasty. But I do really love the Santa skin, and I do actually really love the Pool Party skin. Again, they went really creative with the shields for Braum. I think they did a great job. He doesn't have too many skins, but he has some really good creative ones. So I want to hear from you guys, though. Let me know what your favorite skin is in the comments, because these are actually really fire, in my opinion. Checking out the trivia, it says Braum is the first champion to feature a unique attack animation against turrets. He is also the second to feature 2 joke animations, the first being Heimerdinger. Okay, so what's this unique attack animation against turrets? Just whenever he attacks a turret, there's a different kind of animation. Okay. Braum's dance resembles the Ukrainian Cossack dance. Okay. Braum strongly resembles the figure in the old Juggernaut mastery. And then when Braum feeds a Poro snacks, they will grow a mustache, with the color being determined by which skin he is using. Okay. When can you feed a Poro? When do you do that? Would it be in Legends of Runeterra? I don't know when you would feed a Poro. Okay. Very fun stuff there. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the Fandom Wiki. All right, we're on Braum's Fandom Wiki page. We're skipping over a lot of the stuff we've already read. But yeah, I know he took part in the whole Ruin King event. He's featured in the game itself, which I actually want to go and play at some point and maybe stream it. You guys let me know if I should stream that live, post the gameplay abilities on the page as well. I might do that in the future. Anyway, so let's read. It says, recent events. Sometime before the events of Ruined King, Braum hears of a sickness that is plaguing the Freljord's children. While visiting a village, one of the elders mentions that when he was a boy, his father told him the waters of the Blessed Isles. Although warning Braum of the dangers of visiting the Isles, Braum sets sail for the Isles in search of a cure. Upon reaching the Isles, his boat is attacked by the Black Mist, and Braum is forced to abandon ship, losing his shield. Oh, he loses it. Uh-oh. Thought dead, he was rescued by the Buru. Once there, he helps the people of Bilgewater by bringing a massive sea creature into the docks with his bare hands. This is where Alawi gets the crush, I imagine. Alawi, who had just returned from facing the Blood Harbor Ripper, investigates Braum's feat, amazed by his strength. Together with Alawi, Misfortune, Ari, Yasuo, and Pyke, he helps in stopping the Ruined King. Once on the isle, they met Maokai, who after healing him offered his leaves, infused with the remaining water of life, to cure Braum's people. Together, they breached Thresh's libraries of agony and took Gangplank back into custody. Okay, let's pause for a second. So Maokai heals him and also gives him a cure for his people in the Freljord. So very rare instance here of us getting actually some lore about Maokai. We don't know very much about him at all. Returning to Bilgewater, Braum caught rumor of a strange shipwreck with beams of blue light emerging from the sea. Recognizing the ship as his own, he found the ship and recovered his shield. Huh. It's just the shield like returns back to him on its own, kind of. Interesting. Following their triumph over Viego, the group celebrated their victory and parted ways. Braum returned to the Freljord, escorted by Yasuo, who was on a journey to Noxus in search of Riven. Okay, so for time being there, Braum and Yasuo travel together. Very nice. I feel like they would be great friends, to be honest. And then Song of Nunu, which was also the other game by Nunu and Willump, right? Braum met Nunu and Willump when he saved them from a pack of Arctic wolves. Cool. I assume Nunu and Willump, I believe, maybe are from the Freljord. I assume just because of Willump, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so then we have appearance. Braum is a large, fair-skinned, bald man with comically large muscles and brown mustache. He has a large tattoo that covers from his left arm to his pectoral. He wears a large shoulder pad on his right shoulder that connects to a large belt buckle with a symbol of a ram's head, representing his connection to Ornn. Ah, okay. He carries a large shield with a ram's head forged in the center. Maybe literally Ornn made that for him. That'd be a very weird piece for Ornn to make, though. Personality. As his title suggests, he has a heart of pure gold. Braum is a selfless, friendly man who enjoys helping people simply because he likes being altruistic and hopes that his actions will inspire others. Ever since witnessing his mother's act of kindness on a neighboring tribe despite being enemies, he has taken his mother's teachings to heart and sees worth in all of the Freljord's people, calling them all a family of brothers and sisters, and is able to make friends with anyone, regardless of their character. Braum's feats have inspired many myths, but Braum himself accepts the stories about himself no matter how inaccurate they may be, since he knows that people will be inspired to acts of generosity and kindness after his example. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier when we were reading either the story or biography. I was basically like, yeah, he doesn't care if they're true or not, as long as they inspire people. All right, so abilities, we have Iceborn. Yeah, Braum has a rare magical alteration from birth, giving him a strong resistance to the cold of the Freljord and allowing him to wield True Ice. And then True Ice, Braum is capable of summoning True Ice, magical, unmeltable ice. So what's the deal with True Ice? Like how, obviously it seems like all our Freljordian champs kind of have, or are Iceborn and have the True Ice ability. Maybe not all of them, but it seems like the majority. And I'm just like wondering, how rare is it? How do you technically become Iceborn? Is it genetic? I feel like I don't truly know how Iceborn works. It just seems very random. All right, so relationships, starting with Ornn. Braum's original tribe has a strong tie to Ornn, and hence his magic takes the shape of the ram. Ornn is responsible for forging the door that would later be wielded by Braum. Oh, however, Braum is not aware of this fact. The door was built by Ornn. Interesting. So did Ornn build that door for Lysandra, though? Frostguard. The Frostguard is hostile toward Braum. Well, the Frostguard are pretty hostile towards everybody, I feel like. Anyways, Ash. Braum doesn't hold any particular tribal allegiance with any tribe, as he views all within the Freljord as brothers and sisters. However, he's particularly friendly toward Ash and the Avarosan, believing that Ash may unite the Freljord. Tryndamere. Braum stopped Tryndamere's fury when he first arrived at the Racklestake, and may have introduced him to Ash. Yep. Yumi, okay. During his travels, he has encountered Yumi and the Book of Threshold. Yumi rested on his shoulders for a time, protecting him from angry snow spirits, stirring up flurries in a hailstorm, while he brought her wriggling fish. Yeah, I remember reading that a little bit in the Yumi reaction, so very fun little interaction between those two. Those are two very wholesome characters as well. Crew of the Charming Lady. During the events of Ruined King, Braum joins Ari, Yasuo, Misfortune, Alawi, and Pyke to the Shadow Isles to confront Viego in order to protect Bilgewater. So it's called the Charming Lady is the crew, okay? And then Alawi. Alawi's demeanor towards Braum implies that she finds Braum physically attractive. Over the course of the adventure, Braum and Alawi develop a friendship. Alawi would invite Braum to be more intimate, and while he wasn't averse to her advances, he declines because it is an inopportune time due to him needing to focus on the upcoming battles. My man knowing his priorities. Look at that. All right, do we have anything that we may have missed? We don't need to see the Kingdom music video. We've seen that kind of a million times. We have the Ruined King game and the Song of Nunu game. He's probably very, very briefly in this game because it says he just protects them from a pack of wolves. But the Ruined King game, he would definitely be in a lot of. The Feats of Braum, we did watch. The Raid, we also watched. And then we read the short story, and we watched that video as well. So we've covered everything Braum related, I think. And a very small trivia section. Braum is an Iceborn, even though he was not originally intended to be one, as shown in Riot Jaredon's original statement, where he confirms that Braum is not an Iceborn. Okay, so they retconned that. Braum's legendary stories are, according to Braum himself, partly based on the truth, though a lot of details have been exaggerated. The door he wields was made by Ornn, and then he sometimes uses the door as a ski board, which I think is awesome, and I wish he had that as like a gameplay ability, but fair enough. It wouldn't make sense, I guess. Cool. I think that's it for the Fandom Wiki. Okay, we're starting off with the Legends of Runeterra special interactions. This is a bit of an older Skin Spotlights video, so it's not actually separated per champion. So we might have to skip around a lot to find the Braum lines, but here we go.
Got a mushroom with your name on it.
Okay, we got Teemo.
Mushroom is best with strong cheese.
Okay. Actually, who likes mushrooms? I don't like mushrooms.
Boarding in.
What a fancy poro.
Not calling a Yordle a Poro. Uh-oh.
My talons are frost, my wings the bitter wind.
Okay, Nivea.
And Braum is your wingman.
Okay. All right, that was kind of funny, actually.
Tell me a story.
Let me tell you about Avarosa.
Huh, okay.
What will you have?
That's a little bit of a it's a little cheeky line from Ash there.
Bag of your warmest milk, my friend. Come on
Why
in.
milk?
Good times, good friends. What could be better?
Okay.
Follow along,
Poro herder.
little ones. My friend, you are lucky man.
Yeah, wait a minute. I feel like Braum is so friendly with Poros, he needs his own. He should start a Poro farm.
Makes for big appetite. Braum has seen many things.
Daring
but
Poro.
Flying Poro? Shave? Ha! When Poros fly.
Okay.
You're not
Wait a
alone.
minute. So does that mean he needs to shave his mustache?
Braum is here.
Oh, lonely Poro.
No, don't be sad, my
Yeah.
friend. Anything
Jubilant.
turn frown into upside.
Dude, Braum is just so friendly and
Good
happy.
mustache on this one.
I love it.
This one drank his milk.
Okay, so milk gives you mustaches. Got it.
It is the mustache.
The mustache.
Small and mighty. Train hard.
Nimble
grow
Poro.
strong, like baby.
I love how, hold on, can we pause and just say, I love how all of his voice lines, mostly anyways, have been with just Poros.
Smallest of creatures have biggest of hearts.
Oh, that's probably true.
Very scary.
Ooh, a scary Poro.
Hugs for everyone. Together, friends. We go together.
Okay, come on. I mean, that right there sums Braum up. We go together.
How about a game of catch?
Okay, here we go.
Braum's shield much too heavy for you.
He's like, you don't have my biceps. Hecarim. That's pretty random.
Angry horse just needs apple.
Not him just saying Hecarim's an angry horse.
The spirits of the betrayed are restless.
Okay.
Yes, rest is very important.
I love how he just turns everything around.
Flee now or burn!
Fire's for storytelling, not for buildings.
You are the shield of our people.
Dude, even like fire, he's like, no, that's for sitting around a campfire and telling stories, not burning stuff. That's so wholesome. All right, let's see if we have any more Braum voice lines throughout.
Braum will protect you.
Okay.
Avarosans protect each other.
There
Are the
you go.
tales about you true?
All stories have some truth.
Ah, there we go.
Sometimes battle is unavoidable.
Okay, even Braum understands that.
Fight so others won't have to.
Scarmother
Is
Verna?
it the mustache? Who knows?
Even more foolish than the stories.
I mean, it's a really good mustache. Like, let's be real, guys. That mustache is probably 10 out of 10.
When going is tough, call on Braum.
Strong as an oak. Dumb
I
as
feel
a
like that
storm.
reminds me of like Ghostbusters. Like, who you gonna call?
My
Braum. Kindly
Braum
Tavern Keeper.
is on the job.
Okay.
Alert the kitchen. We'll need more food.
How can Braum?
Yeah, he's got to eat a lot of food.
Tell the one about your door again.
They want to hear the story again. Dude, Braum is just so awesome, man. Like, he's somebody that you would absolutely just easily be able to talk to and be friends with.
When going is tough.
Okay, there's his
go
line
for
again.
Braum,
Okay, it's like his
the
signature.
hero of our stories.
Bull Elnock.
A wrestling partner.
Don't wrestle an animal.
Smells of home. Go like the herd.
Okay, so probably smelly, right? With all that fur. Look at all that fur, man. That can't smell great. Okay, so that looks like that's the majority of the Legends of Runeterra interactions for Braum. I love them. I mean, half of them I will say were probably with the Poros, but that's a part of like his personality. You know what I mean? He just makes friends with the Poros, I guess. I want to know a little bit more about the Poros, if you guys can help me out. Were they like invented before Braum was a thing, or were they kind of invented around the time Braum was, and then they really like pushed the personality of like Braum being friends with a lot of the Poros and Freljord and stuff like that? Let me know how like that whole timeline worked. I mean, we got our typical Braum just making positive out of almost everything. You know, like the one with Scarmother Verna saying fires for storytelling, not burning. The same thing with Hecarim here, just saying he just needs an apple. He'll be happier. It's just like he's very wholesome. It's almost to a sense of like he's friends with everybody, which I wouldn't say he's friends with everybody. Obviously, he knows who the enemy is. He would probably, you know, recognize that Hecarim. You would probably try the apple thing with Hecarim and then realize, oh, okay, apple's not going to fix Hecarim, so I think we just need to fight, which he does say in another voice line, saying sometimes, you know, we inevitably have to fight. We got a lot more mustache voice lines in this. You know, I was always thinking like the biceps is what everybody's going to comment on, but no, the mustache was like kind of the #1 commented thing besides his, you know, his shield or whatever. But the mustache is like the biggest thing that everybody was commenting about. And he also himself definitely loves his own mustache for sure. All right, let's see what other voice lines we can find for Braum.
When going is tough, call on Braum.
Sure, but how did you even get that door off its hinges?
Ooh, there we go.
Let us
He technically
go.
kind of didn't.
Braum, give me back my door.
I love that. Okay, I just found these additional voice lines. There aren't any more, but I was like, okay, Orin and Braum, we have to listen to that. Okay, I found something a little unique. It's from the Ruin King game. I guess there's some dialogue between Pyke and Braum.
You don't sleep.
The sound of the deep never quiets.
Again, let me know if I should play this and put
Perhaps
the
you'd
video
like
up
to
on the
hear a
channel.
tale. Yasuo seems to enjoy them.
The sea tells many stories. Countless fools who've lost everything to the deep.
Okay.
Oh, Braum knows firsthand the dangers of the sea.
That's true, he
I
does.
was nearly drowned recently, not to mention all the sea monsters.
I love the little Poro on the
There is
shoulder.
balance. Man's domain is the land. Only darkness and teeth await in the open water. And worse,
For those on his list.
You speak of the list often. What is it?
Okay.
The list. The names of those who will be brought to the blade.
I feel like we're getting more Pyke lore here than Braum, but
Then Braum is glad not to be on it.
there you go.
Be.
You couldn't
You're a
be.
fool, but you're honorable.
Okay, I mean, yeah.
Oh, how kind of you to say.
Of course. I feel like that's, of course, exactly the thing that Braum would say. And Pyke is right. I mean, Pyke is not wrong here. That is a fitting description of Braum. He may be a fool. He's probably not the smartest person or smartest champion in the world, but he's honorable. And I agree with that. And being honorable is a good thing. And it's also not a very easy thing, right? So I agree with this. This was a cool little interaction between him and Pyke. All right, last but not least, we have a video from Just Another Nobody. It's been a while since we've listened or watched one of these. We have Braum quotes or voice lines. It's 4 minutes long. And the video is about 5 years old. So, you know, this stuff's going to be a little bit older, but let's go ahead and listen. Do we have subtitles? Probably. I hope so. Ooh, getting a little tune again.
The heart is the strongest muscle.
Wow.
Put away your worried face.
Oh, it sounds very
They
distorted.
may have many, but you have me. You are safe with Braum. To friends, I am Snowfall. To enemies, I am Avalanche.
Oh, I love that metaphor.
Is it the mustache? Who knows?
Is it the mustache?
Mother always said, don't lose. Now, what can we learn from fighting?
Just don't lose.
Sometimes battle is unavoidable.
Yep, there we go.
Sometimes icy heart just needs warm smile.
Oh.
Today we fight each other. Tomorrow we may fight together.
Hey, I love that.
Life is good, no?
Always looking on the brighter side.
Even the heaviest door can be opened.
He's proof.
The darker the night, the brighter the stars.
Dude, okay. Come on. I mean, this guy just finds positivity in everything.
You have problem, you come to me first. You can always trust Braum.
He's
You
honorable.
thought you were in trouble. No time for worrying. Braum is on the job. Mother always said,
Okay, what else did she
float
say?
like iceberg.
Uh-huh.
Sting like thrown iceberg.
What a wise
Think
mother.
carefully, my friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not enjoy some warm milk instead?
All right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Dairy, not the best for you, Braum, okay?
Fire does the body good. I've always wanted an on-fire cloak. Ooh, nice and toasty. Oh, now I need marshmallow.
There you go.
Perfect. Let's get going. Today will be exciting day. I wonder what's around next corner.
That's very fitting for Braum too, because I feel like with somebody like his viewpoint on things, he's always excited to see like what's around the corner, right? Like that kind of mindset is what he has.
Ah, a refreshing sea breeze.
Okay.
Something fishy here.
What is that? Is that a joke referencing something? I feel like it was weird.
Friends the door.
Ooh, I love.
If they
Okay, hold on. Let's show our friends the door is such a good line.
Insist on a fight, I will oblige them. My shield is my sword.
Yeah.
Sometimes shield becomes smashing board. Shall we begin? If at first you do not succeed,
Then.
please tell me what it is like.
Oh, and then the laugh
We're
after.
about to begin the fighting. What's your poison, Gragas?
Oh, Gragas.
Mine's milk. Bring them here. This is fun, right?
Okay.
Alistar, I have cow you should meet.
Oh. Okay.
Show me your best. You hit like baby ram. No horns yet.
Oh, that's
Good
great.
shot. You'll get them next time.
He's
You'll
kinda
bring your
trash talking.
Agatha, best cow back home.
He's trash talking a little bit.
Mother always said,
Uh-oh, we got
when
another.
life gives you curdled milk, be patient.
Be patient.
You get very good cheese.
Oh my god.
First we fight, then we eat. Eat and
I mean,
grow
he has
strong.
to, yeah, you have to eat a lot to have
Times
those
with
biceps, man.
friends, what could be better? After this, we share a drink. You like goat's milk?
Okay, goat's milk. Okay,
The
that might
goats
be
are
better.
wise. Eat everything. Climb everything.
Eat everything,
And if
climb
something
everything.
Kicks you, kick it back. See? That wasn't so bad. It's very important to take time
Okay.
to rest.
Definitely get your sleep as well, is what he's saying. Any more?
Returning home.
Oof, music is great. That was awesome. We got a lot more than I feel like we usually do for older champions and like their voice lines in League. This, we even had a couple of like interactions with other champions. So this was awesome. I really enjoyed this. These, I think, were actually quite a bit better maybe than the Legends of Runeterra ones, because we just got a lot more like variety, I want to say, because a lot of the ones in Legends of Runeterra were a little bit just like Poro ones, or there wasn't too much like differences between some of the voice lines. These, we got a lot. We got a lot of milk voice lines, I guess. We got a few of the ones like What Mother Says. Those were really, really good voice lines. I really enjoyed some of these. And then he actually started doing a little bit of trash talking. I feel like most of the champions have at least one or two lines where they trash talk a little bit. So it was nice to see some of those from even like the most wholesome probably champion in all of League. If there's somebody else that's more wholesome, you let me know. I mean, maybe Yumi, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I really loved these guys. I thought these were really, really good. So I think the League of Legends voice lines were a little bit better than the Legends of Runeterra ones. Personally, you know, maybe we didn't get all of the Legends of Runeterra ones, but who knows? All right, guys, that was a great reaction. I really enjoyed all of Braum's like content. I think the trailer for him was really fun. We're really getting like an introduction to Poros as well with this reaction. And I kind of want to know, like, I don't know, is there some significance behind Poros? Because that's kind of interesting. And also, this is random, but why does like Lissandra and her army want the door back? Like, is there some more significance to his shield than that we know of? Or is it really just a door that Ornn made? I mean, I guess Ornn would be able to tell us, but it seems like it's just a door and maybe Lissandra just wants it back. I don't know. All right, and then to conclude also, where could Braum go in the future? I definitely think, you know, we have that idea of he's kind of siding with Ashe and like wanting peace in all of Freljord. I wonder if like eventually they'll build up this like battle between Ashe and Sejuani a little bit more. I haven't reacted to Sejuani yet, but I know, you know, obviously there's some tension there between Ashe and Sejuani. Braum seems to be on Ashe's side of wanting peace. I really kind of want to see where the war in Freljord goes. I think it'd be a very interesting aspect or like event to happen in Runeterra. So I kind of want to push that. I kind of want them to push that a little bit forward more, maybe. Otherwise, they might be saving it for the MMO. Who knows? But otherwise, Braum's in a good spot. I think he's fine just hanging out in the Freljord. There's no other reason for him to leave the Freljord, I think, at this time. We don't have like a big thing going on like with Viego and such. So I think he's very much so good in Freljord. You guys let me know, though, if you have other thoughts about Braum and where he should go in the future. That's going to conclude the video again, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next reaction video. Bye.